Hello guys, I am Shaurya from the Kool Kreators. Today I have made this PC out of my old laptop which I made earlier. If you want to watch that video, the link is in the description. So now let's get on to how I made this. Thank you. So let's begin. This is the Raspberry Pi 4B Plus, which is the latest model of Raspberry Pi. Let me insert the SD card which has Raspbian OS installed in it. Here are the heat sinks which we had put in the laptop in the earlier video. As we all know, Raspberry Pi gets very hot when it is running for a long time. This is a case for Raspberry Pi, as we are going to make a CPU-like cabinet for it. This is the upper enclosure for the case. We also have to put a fan in the Raspberry Pi for the ventilation of it. As I am repeating, Raspberry Pi gets very hot when it is left idle or we are working for a long time. So I have screwed all the screws from the power of editing. Tada! I'm done. Now let's connect the fan to the Raspberry Pi from these GPU wires to these ports. We have to connect the red wire to the 5 volts and the black wire to the ground. After this, we have to take the power supply and connect it to the monitor. This always comes with a new monitor. Link in description. This is the VGA port which we have to connect to the monitor. My hands are as fast as flash. Wow. Now we have to connect it to a VGA to HDMI converter, which will let us to connect it to the Raspberry Pi. Now connect the HDMI port to the micro HDMI converter, as the Raspberry Pi contains the micro HDMI converter. And now I am connecting the power supply for Raspberry Pi, which is type C, and the micro HDMI port which I had mentioned just now. This is the power supply for the monitor and this one is for the Raspberry Pi. Let's go. Now let me connect the keyboard, mouse and speaker to the Raspberry Pi. This is the keyboard, then goes the mouse, and finally the speaker. If any of them does not work for you, you can easily find the code for it in the Raspberry Pi website, which I will give in the description. Let's plug it on. And the monitor has started. After a few seconds, the boot screen should appear. Wow! Oh no, this was not the boot screen, but it will appear sometime. Yes, it has appeared. Now I have to type my password, which I will of course not tell you. And then the main screen will come. And here it is. So it contains all the features of a normal computer, which I also mentioned in my laptop video. And let's have a recap. So let me start off with the main feature and some other features of it. Like, let me now play a game. This is the Banner game. It is a fairly easy game, but I will surely die because I am very bad at this game. Now let's check out the new updated Chromium web browser. And I have also skinned this Raspberry Pi because I wanted to give it a style which will meet my requirements. So the Chromium web browser has opened and you can search anything in it, browse the web just like a normal web browser you can find. Let's open YouTube for example and try to listen to a song. Oh, I forgot. To turn on the speakers, you first have to open the terminal and connect it. To do it, you have to write some codes which are fairly simple, and I'll also provide them in the description, which is sudo raspi-config. You have to select system options, then audio, and then choose the first options, not the 01. Then click on the finish button. Okay, our speaker has successfully connected. To test it, we will go to the Chromium web browser again and try to listen to a song. So here you can see the song is playing and you can hear it. So let's close the computer now, as I have shown you enough and you know about it already. Oh, hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share and subscribe if you like this video and wait till the next content drops. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.